Hi everybody, this is Gertrude here in Wellington, New Zealand. I hope you are having an amazing day wherever you are in the world. It is almost 7 o'clock in the evening for me, so I'm getting ready just to wind down. But I wanted to catch up with everyone and share a video that was prompted by a few questions that members of the group have asked. I think it was Melissa. One lady asked me, Gertrude, I am writing my book, but my sister has got a lot of information with regards to dates, history, names, and places that I can't remember. And you asked, do I make my sister a co-author to the book? Now, it depends what your motive is. It would be great if you could write the book together with your sister. But the beautiful thing about a memoir is that you don't have to hold true to dates, places, times, names, etc. As opposed to an autobiography. An autobiography has to be very, very accurate. So the decision is yours. You don't necessarily have to be specific with detail. And sometimes, because it's a memoir, it's just a collection of memories. So you don't have to write it in a chronological order from you were born here, then you did this, and you got married, and then you died. It's completely different when you're writing a memoir as opposed to an autobiography. So I hope that answers your question. You have poetic license to be more creative with a memoir as opposed to when you are writing an autobiography. And I'm sure it would be great if you could co-author with your sister, if that's something you want to do. The other question that was asked was, a lot of you have watched the videos that I share. So if you want help and you want support and you want to get involved in the daily webinars that I'll be pushing out, you need to give me your email address so I can put you on the mailing list. So please send me your email address, schedule the 15 minutes so we can talk about your book and I get an idea of who you are and what you're trying to achieve. Now, I will be doing these videos every other day. And a lot of them will be prompted by questions that you and the group will ask me. So just post your questions on the wall. I check every day to see where everybody is at and to see what help you need. Now, the question that was asked that I want to finish off with was, when you record yourself speaking as a way to capture the first draft of your book, how long should you record for? How many hours would it take to complete a full book? Now, I can't give you a specific answer because different people speak at different speeds and some are more articulate than others. What you're going to find if you decide to tell your story and record the audio and get it transcribed, the more hours you can put in, the better. Because you're going to find that there'll be sections where you perhaps repeat yourself. Once it gets to editing stage, the more words you have, the better off it's going to be. So when I prepare to write a chapter, I look at my chapter title, I write down in bullet point roughly what I want to speak about, 10, 15, 30 points. And then I start speaking, telling the story and trying to incorporate the points that I've written down. Now, when I speak for an hour, I can generate an average of 10 to 15 pages of text. But it's because I've been doing this for a very long time. The process might be different for somebody else. And the other difficult thing about hearing yourself speak is that if you're not a speaker, sometimes just hearing your own voice in your head can feel a bit weird and icky. So trust the process. Don't give up until you've given yourself at least 10 hours of recordings. Because I speak as a profession, I'm very used to hearing my own voice. So it's easy for me. So when you do start, it might feel strange, it might feel icky. Give it a try. Just take your time, keep recording, and it gets better with time. So those were the two questions that were asked in the group. If you do want to be included in the daily webinars or every other day whenever I come online, please send me your email address because there's some homework I need you to do before we connect. And I would love to have the 15 minutes with you where we talk about your book. I find out who you are, what you're trying to achieve, and how I can best be of service to you. So thank you so much for tuning in. Eva, I can see you're on the call. Nice to see you there here in Wellington. We need to catch up for a coffee one of these days. And thanks for your amazing photographs. I always follow when you post your photography online. So this is Gertrude. Bye for today. I will catch up with you guys tomorrow.